It's one page, which is why it gets lost. It was there.
Okay.
It's just that one page.
Thank you.
So, all the rest of it.
Which first? First one? I mean, public comment.
First one.
No, but nothing.
Public comment.
We're just saying that it's somebody else's.
No, they found it.
Come on in. There's that chair on this side. Thank you.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock, we're gonna call the meeting to order. The first order of business is appointment of a new library trustee to fill a vacancy. We need a roll call on this.
We need a motion.
I move appoint.
Yes.
Second by Dennis.
Aye.
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 Okay, Beth, you wanna come up here and we'll review? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Elizabeth Durock,
having been appointed to the office of library trustee
having been appointed to the office of library trustee
in the village of Orland Park
in the village of Orland Park,
in the counties of Cook and Will aforesaid,
in the counties of Cook and Will aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of Library Trustee to the best of my ability.
of Library Trustee to the best of my ability.
She have a certificate? She does have a certificate. All right, thanks. Okay, and has everybody read the closed session minutes?
Yes, I move that we accept the minutes from the closed session of January 23rd.
Okay, and the only people that are eligible to vote on this would be the four of us who are present. Kathy, you were there, right?
Kathy?
Yes, I was there.
Okay,
Come on.
okay.
Aye.
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 You can't.
Yes, that was me.
Go ahead. Thank you. Okay.
Should we continue?
Yes, number C, or D,
I make a motion, we approve the public comment policy revision, section 831.
I second.
okay, can we have discussion on
Yeah.
this, please?
Let's do.
Okay.
I have a question on, first of all, I noticed that we had, someone had proposed requiring proof of address. We do require people to identify themselves with their full name and current address. We have had some trouble in the past with being given false addresses or illegible addresses. And I was wondering why it is we can't require them to show some proof of that address.
Dennis, could you possibly answer to that, thank you?
It's not a requirement of the Open Meetings Act for someone to have to identify and demonstrate where they live to address a public body. So you can ask them their name and address for the record, but going beyond that and asking for identification would be too far, right?
We've said that a change is if a person doesn't want to be photographed with their comments or recorded with their comments, that's not allowed. We have to allow whoever is filming to.
There's a limited exception under the Open Meetings Act as to when you can prohibit taping. Typically has to deal with testimony as a witness from some kind of adjudication body. So if there was some hearing that this board was conducting and there was a witness that wanted to testify or you called to testify, and that person was uncomfortable having their testimony recorded, you could at that point require that the videotaping stop. But generally, simply because someone that's in the public meeting doesn't want their comments or their face recorded is.
Okay. Any other questions?
Nope.
Do you have any questions, Kathy, on the public comment?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
How about you, Beth?
Good, thank
Sure.
you.
So we take a roll call? Okay, Beth, you get to vote first.
Aye.
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 Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I move that we accept the new policy for patron behavior.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, can we have discussion? There's a lot of firearms stuff
That's one of the main reasons we had to change the patron behavior is with the Illinois concealed carry laws, we had to make sure that the library was in compliance with it. So it was better, this does make a very long policy. We understand that it's going to be a little bit more difficult for graphics to post it, but I think it's very important with the concealed carry that it's understood how, that we don't, that we're not allowed to carry anything in our building.
Okay, Kathy, were you going to talk about the fact that we've got some things kind of buried on page 2 because concealed carry took
Right.
so much space?
I wonder, could that be closer maybe to the top, the viewing of material which may be disturbing or offensive to others within viewing distance?
Oh, I see. Bullet point on page 2, number 4. Bullet point 4 on page 2. She would like to move that closer to like maybe second.
Yeah, right after, it would kind of logically follow, don't do anything to violate federal, state, and local law. Don't offend other people.
Okay, so, all right.
And that, I think, would cover pornography, right?
Yeah.
Viewing of material which may be disturbing or offensive to others within viewing distance.
We believe so, because
I believe so.
Yeah, so we'll move it, right?
And I'll tell you, there are, I think, probably other things out there that are offensive to other people. I know we've had conversations in the past about sites that are racist, and people looking at racist sites and having.
Right. It does not just that, but it's,
Yeah.
right, it's anything that's offensive.
Anything that might offend, that does offend, not just might, anything that does.
Offend, right.
Okay, Joy had previously mentioned that she could possibly, and I don't know if we've vetted it through you, Dennis, change our digital sig page that says you agree to follow these rules when you accept the use of our Wi-Fi. And we were going to make it prominent, these types of things that are in the patron behavior
The terms
policy.
and conditions of the use of the computers.
Yeah, but we don't really want that terms and conditions to be just scrolled through and people ignore them. We want to highlight the things that are most important to
Sure,
us.
you can do that.
So we have a big bold screen with 10 things we really don't want, which includes coffee at computers.
Correct.
But, and then you said something about C, or,
you could bring to the.
Yeah, we can certainly put whatever text you want right there, and I can inquire as to the ability, I don't know if it's possible to put a hyperlink in there, linking them directly to the text of the full patron behavior policy, but we could certainly put a note there saying, see the desk staff, if you need that. I'll need to consult with our web developer to see if it's possible to put a hyperlink in there. If not, we'll have paper copies at the desk and refer people to the desk staff for the full policy.
great. Then Kathy, that highlights things more in your.
Right, that's great. I like that idea.
Okay.
Can we paraphrase, like that long thing on firearms?
No, they put it in after we started, it made
We
it
just
shorter.
paraphrased it.
This is about as short as it gets.
No, I mean on our consent form,
Oh, sure.
saying,
You have to be in compliance with the Illinois Concealed Weapons Act.
So on the digital.
We'll need to discuss what exactly we wanted to say. You know, if the weapons portion is even a concern at the computer desk area. I mean, it might be more pertaining to specific computer issues, so.
Well, we don't allow weapons in the building itself anyway, so we have to sign up there to prohibit that, so. The only issue is whether they can bring it into the parking lot and put it into the trunk of their car. That's where, on the library's property, that's where, if it's gonna be in, that's where we're located, but not in the building.